Ready? Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for coming this afternoon. I'm Bob Klunk, and I have the honor of serving as board chair to the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission. I'd like to take this moment, though, to offer a sincere thank you to our host, Greg Eisenberg, for hosting us here in this beautiful building today. Thank you, Greg. I would also like to thank County Executive Ronayne for taking time out of his very busy schedule to be here today. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it very much. As many of you know, the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission exists to bring economic impact to Northeast Ohio through hosting very competitive events, small to large. And in recent years, we have had the honor of hosting some tremendous marquee international events in this town. In fact, over the past 25 years, the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission has hosted over 280 events, raising more than $1 billion in economic impact for Northeast Ohio. It's really remarkable. The event we are here to celebrate today is also a big marquee event in the large category, as you would say, right? And it'll bring more than $70 million of economic impact to this area. But far more important than that, the community engagement that will occur from hosting the 2030 Special Olympics USA Games will be unprecedented. As we get ready to sign the 2030 USA Games contract, I want to take a moment to express my sincere thanks to everyone who has had a hand to bringing these games to Cleveland. Trust me, this was no small task. It took the whole town, a great sports commission staff, and a lot of people who stepped up to participate to help us be the winning bid. I wish they could all be here today so I could personally thank them. But on behalf of all of them, I am very confident that we will deliver the best USA Games that Special Olympics and this country has ever seen. At this time, I would like to ask County Executive Ronayne to come to the podium and say a few words. Chris?
Thanks, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Thank you to the board and the staff of the Sports Commission. And thank you to the Special Olympics USA and Special Olympics Ohio. This is a great day for Cleveland, Ohio. Wouldn't you say? Thank you. We hope it's a great night for Cleveland, Ohio, too. Claudia, you're standing at the door. You said this on the way in. She said these are the two big things happening today. The other big thing is the Guardians. Go Guards this afternoon, right? So, all right. I was proud to be a part of the pitch team. David, thank you for inviting me in to be a part of that. And you had confidence all the way through. We had many other cities that were in the hunt, and we got down to the finals, and you kept that confidence all the way through. I think we all know why. This is what Cleveland does. We are at the crossroads of a great sports town and also a town that cares about all people. And I think that comes from us. We speak from the heart, it reaches the heart, and it's who we are. And I hope that's a lot having to do with why we landed this, that the genuine, authentic city that is Cleveland, Ohio, is ready to host this wonderful world occasion here. I saw her on the way in, but I want to point out Amber Gibbs. She heads up our Board of Developmental Disabilities. Every day she works with persons in this county that have a developmental disability, but most importantly have an opportunity in front of them. They have a purpose, and that's who she works with every single day. And we talked about how important this is for our county as we work in the world of human services to continue to help persons that are just aspiring to do something special, and that's what our Special Olympians are going to be doing. I don't need to tell you this city does these kinds of things, whether it's back just last summer with the Pan Am Masters Games, or the Senior Games, the Gay Games before that, or the Children's Games 20 years ago. And David, you've been a part of all of those with the Sports Commission and Destination Cleveland. This is what we do. We roll out the red carpet to the world, and we present what's Cleveland's best, and that is welcoming visitors from everywhere. So we welcome our athletes, we welcome their parents, we welcome journalists from around this country and beyond. We welcome you to this wonderful city that is a microcosm of an American city. It's a city of grit, It's a city that cares, and it's a city that really loves its sports too. I could count the many ways, and we'll probably forget too many, but as our visitors come to Cuyahoga County, we want to remind you of the wonderful things for you to explore. Our Great Lakes in front of us, 20% of the world's fresh water supply, our great parks that surround us at the metro parks, great arts and culture. I see Craig here from Playhouse Square today, and of course, our great sports. University Circle's not bad either, our arts and cultural district, our hospitals. Get around and see this town. So if any of you are listening around this state or around this country, we want to say Cuyahoga County beckons you. Stick around before and after the event and see what else we have to offer. We're looking forward to 2030. And to my local partners, I want to say, you know it's time. We get going. To roll out that red carpet means we got a lot of work to do, and it's going to be great work ahead to make this city show its best. So honored to be a part of that pitch team that landed them here, but nobody does it better than the Sports Commission, this board, and the staff. Compliments to all of you for putting your all-in efforts to land this. And as Bob Klunk said, this is also about economic development for our county. And we're grateful that we're going to have people here exploring our great city, spending some money here, but most importantly, having some fun here. So here's to our athletes, their families, and those that are going to be visiting with them. Let's go. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Great room here. Great to see so many people. I'm David Gilbert, CEO of Greater Cleveland Sports Commission. This is it's a really big day for Cleveland. It's a big day for Ohio, and we believe a big day for Special Olympics. Landing this event was a very long and competitive process, and we believe one that brought out the best in this community. As Chris and Bob said, we are one of the best cities in this country for hosting major events. We've proven it time and again, not just hosting, but successfully hosting so many major events, and we've proven it. But it took so much more than that, we believe, to get Special Olympics to choose Cleveland and show them that we were the right choice. We asked for so many of you in this room and beyond to pitch in, and you all responded. Facilities, venues, services, support organizations, and of course, significant pledges of funding. And while many chipped in, and we can't name everybody, I really specifically wanted to call out three in particular. Key Bank with Trina Evans, very first, thank you. Minutemen, Jay Lucarelli, I don't know if Jay's here, I know he was coming, we actually had lunch today. And our friends at the Cavs, Nick Barlage and their great team, who in very significant ways stepped up, along with the state of Ohio. And have to say, the governor was fantastic coming up here for the site visit, showing that support. The mayor pitched in. This is a huge undertaking. I think now there's a lot to celebrate today that we got it. But now the starter's gun goes off. And now the huge undertaking begins. And it's the biggest thing that our organization, and in many ways our community, has ever undertaken in terms of major events, logistically, financially, and others. This is high risk and high reward for our community, but I would tell you, we know how to take on big things, and we know how to do them incredibly well. And why did we want to do it? This isn't for the $70 million impact, as Bob said. That's enormous. It is such a huge event. But it's not just about the dollars. It's really about the amazing community engagement and the social impact, unlike any other event we know that we could host. And Monty's going to talk more about that when she gets up here. But this goes way beyond, we think, any event that we've ever hosted, for what it truly can mean for this community leading up to, during, and after the games. And we know that we are going to make it great. A lot of significant thank yous. I'm going to keep them a little shorter, but Sports Commission Board, so many of you here today. It is, I truly believe, the best board of any sports commission in this country, and one of the very best boards in this town of any organization. You're hugely appreciated. Our team at the Sports Commission, it's a small, and it's amazing what this small group does. Monty, you'll hear from her. Jessica Stewart and the whole, where are you, Jessica? You're going to hear from Jessica, Special Olympics Ohio. And our good friends now, Gary Samaglia and Greg Epperson, who have actually now known for 20 years from Special Olympics North America. And you're also going to hear from Adam Gilmer and our whole athlete community. So I'm done. I'm going to bring up Monty, who is one of our senior leaders at Sports Commission, really took on the bulk of the work in this bid and is also going to serve as executive director of the games. Monty?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. To my teammates at the Sports Commission, another box check to 2030, so thank you for everything. About 18 months ago, we were in this beautiful space with leaders from our community, some who are here today, thank you again for your time, to really assess how we could host the USA Games. It's a large and complex event. Questions needed to be asked, but the response and support was overwhelming. The decision to bid was fueled by the power of the games, the athletes, and our community that is all in, just all in on challenging yet meaningful opportunities. So a little bit about the games. Special Olympics USA Games are held every 4 years, welcoming over 4,500 athletes and coaches from all over the country to compete in team and individual sports that showcase ability, demonstrate inclusion, and spread joy. Beyond the competition, the Games have the power to ignite the spirit of our region with various opportunities to get involved. You can see thousands of them. Like attending world-class ceremonies, volunteerism, or engaging with any number of program offerings focused on health, wellness, and leadership. Our community has shown time and again that it will wrap its arms around this mission for well beyond the 8 days that the USA Games will be in Ohio. We know we can't do it alone. Working with our partners at Special Olympics Ohio and our friends at the governing body, Special Olympics North America, we aim to be the best games yet and help 34 just as much, to leave a long-lasting legacy in a number of ways which are outlined here. So a little bit to share on the work ahead. I'm going to invite David back up to the podium for the how. So thank you all again for being here.
Thank you. I just have a few things I want to go over. So a little bit about what's to come. We have 4.5+ years, and what I could tell you in our experience, it goes very fast. We are going to be doing a lot of things. We're all going to be celebrating 4.5 years from now, wondering where all the time went. What's really critical now is putting together our structure for how we make this great. This event is owned locally by the Sports Commission. We're the contract signatories. We are the organization putting our full faith and credit behind it. But we are going to have a local organizing committee that will, in essence, serve as a board for this event. How we plan to structure it is in a way that has so many significant pieces with sometimes a few, sometimes dozens and dozens, sometimes hundreds of people working on each of those pieces to make them great. Everything from logistics of the event to the type of impact this will have on our community and beyond. Some of those organizing committee members will be Sports Commission board members. Many will be well beyond. What is so exciting to us is how many people from this community already have just reached out saying, I want to help, unlike anything we've seen. And that is so heartening, because it's going to take all of that for us to do this the way that we know we can. We're going to have dedicated staff for this event, quite a bit of dedicated staff, but also having the Sports Commission staff serving as a backbone, which will really allow us to have a lot of efficiencies in how we put these games on, as opposed to starting a brand new organization from scratch. And some of you may know, we're not a big organization, but we are one of the largest sports commissions in the country, and this is what we're built for. This is what we do. This is why we have the kind of board and staff that we do, to allow us to take on big projects like this with the wherewithal and the know-withal to be able to put it together. Also wanted to mention next year's games in Minneapolis, June 20 to 26. That's going to be a big moment. We really want to show this community in this state, show a send-off for our Team Ohio, unlike any they've seen. We know we're going to be there as a community accepting the flag from the great games in Minneapolis to our great games in Cleveland. We're going to invite many of you to come with us. We want so many people to put eyes on it, to see it, to understand it, to help know what it is we have in front of us and how we can take the great things from Minneapolis and try to do them even better in Cleveland. So I am now, my pleasure to introduce Jessica Stewart, Executive Director or CEO, not sure which title. CEO, all the better, of Special Olympics Ohio and our incredible partner in all this. Thanks, Jessica.
Good afternoon. It's an emotional day for me. I'm sitting here and I keep looking at Gary, and Gary's beside me, and he said this has got to be such an incredible opportunity for you here in Ohio. And I look back at Bobby, who's one of our athletes who's been with me for a while, and he's in tears, and so incredible. So I can't thank you all enough for everything this community has done for us. Today marks a truly historic moment, not just for the city of Cleveland, but also the entire Special Olympics Ohio community. As we sign the agreement to host the 2030 Special Olympics USA Games, we are not only celebrating a future event, but we're launching a legacy that will continue to carry us into the next 50 years of impact, inclusion, and inspiration. This year, Special Olympics Ohio celebrates its 50th anniversary. It's a half a century of empowering athletes with intellectual disabilities, building inclusive communities, and proving that determination and joy can truly change our world. From our first games in Ohio in the 1970s to the tens of thousands of athletes we support today, our journey has been one of courage, growth, and transformation. And these 2030 USA Games will be a powerful catalyst for our mission. We've talked about this so much and what these games are going to do for us and our athletes here in Ohio. It will shine a national spotlight on our athletes, all of our athletes, our volunteers, and our supporters in our city here in Cleveland. It will bring together communities across Ohio and the country to celebrate abilities, not just disabilities, right? And it will create opportunities for competitions, for connections, for change that will echo far beyond our closing ceremonies. But more than that, these games will be a launch pad for us. It will be one that will propel us into the next 50 years of Special Olympics Ohio. They will help us expand health programs, unify schools, and deepen our commitment to equity and to access. They will inspire new generations of athletes, of coaches and advocates to carry the torch forward. To our partners, specifically David and Monty, their Greater Cleveland Sports Commission, our city leaders, state advocates, all of you, and our incredible athletes, thank you. I want to let you all know that I want to thank you so much for believing in our vision. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing in this. And thank you for helping us build a legacy that will last not only just the week of the games, but for decades to come. So let's make this 2030 unforgettable. Let's make it transformational, and let's make it ours, like only city in Ohio and only Cleveland and Ohio know. So I'm very, very excited about our future. And now it's my privilege and my honor to introduce Adam Gilmer. I will tell you there are so many moments of joy and pride in my 7 years with the organization. It's the intimate moments of sitting talking to an athlete. Christine, stop. Christine, Adam's mom's up here. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to keep it together here, Christine. And it's just those intimate moments of sitting talking to our athletes, really understanding the authenticity and the impact that these games have on our athletes. And I can only speak to that to a certain level. Bobby, you're getting me again. You're getting me again over there. But I want to introduce Adam. Adam is a Special Olympics Ohio athlete with our Kent program in Portage County. Are you crying too now, Adam? Oh my goodness. He is trained and competed in track and field, swimming, and flag football. He's dealing with a little bit of a shoulder injury now, so he'll be back on the field and back in the pool soon. In his role as an athlete leader for us here in Ohio, he has had some additional incredible opportunities. I don't want to steal your thunder because I don't know if you're going to talk about this, but I'm really, really proud of you. So he's attended our Special Olympics North America Leadership Conference with the staff. He was one of us, exactly as it should be, and one of our other athletes, or two of our other athletes that came with us as well. He's worked as a production assistant for the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So we heard all about that. And he will also be part of our adult athlete leadership experience going to our 2026 games, USA Games in Minneapolis. You are a passionate Cleveland sports fan and a strong ambassador for Special Olympics and his fellow athletes. In February, Adam had the opportunity to speak to the selection committee when they were here as well. When they visited, I think you brought it home for us, Adam, I'll tell you. And today you get to see your dream realized, right, as a signer of our games agreement. So I'd like to bring you up and let you go from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adam Gilmer. I am an athlete leader from Kent, Ohio Special Olympics. I am excited to be part of this 2030 USA Games planning team. Today I want to shine a spotlight on one of the most passionate, resilient sports cities in America, Cleveland, Ohio. It isn't just a city with sports teams, it is a city that lives and breathes sports. From the moment you step into the city, you can feel the pride, the history, and the heart of its fans. Whether it's the roar of the dog pound here in Cleveland, the echo of the buzzer beater at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, or the crack of the bat at Progressive Field. Cleveland brings the energy every time. Cleveland's greatness, though, isn't all about its trophies, it's about its heart. It's the way the city rallies behind its teams, no matter if we're having a terrible season or on top. I mean, we're one of the only cities that can celebrate a winless season and be happy about it. Cleveland is also more than a sports city. It's a sports family, a place where passion never quits and the pride runs deep. And that is why I am so excited that Cleveland will be hosting the 2030 USA Games, as it is a great opportunity to share the energy and passion with my special community friends and family. At this time, I would like to thank a couple people in this process. I'd like to thank my mom for being my biggest supporter and champion. I'd like to thank Jessica and all my Special Olympics friends, colleagues, for involving me in this bid to get Cleveland here. I'd like to thank Greg for trusting Cleveland to host the 2030 Games. And I'd also like to thank Matt, who would be my partner in the 2026 Minnesota Games. And I would like to end by saying, OH! Thank you.
Fantastic job, Adam. Great job. Good stuff. It's okay. Yeah, it's all good. We'll get to the business. All good. Thank you again, Adam. It's now my honor and to invite my new friend up here. We've got a lot ahead of us, and we've been through a lot to get to this point. And very grateful, Greg, for you and Gary for always taking my phone calls. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you all Greg Epperson. He is the Regional President and Managing Director of Special Olympics North America.
Thank you all very much. I always try to influence the order of speaking, and I'm never successful because following Adam is certainly a hard act to follow. And as a baseball coach, they always say, Greg, you're hitting cleanup. And I'm like, nah, pretty sure I'm down to 8 or 9 right now. So what I want to do is just speak briefly about some of the history of USA Games and why we have chosen Cleveland to host our 2030. So back in 1968 on Sholter Field in Chicago, 1,000 athletes from the United States and Canada came together and really ignited the fire of the Special Olympics movement. Since that time, we've been breaking down centuries of stereotypes and misperceptions, shattering barriers, and proving when you focus on abilities, we're way more alike than we are different. Since then, we've pursued every opportunity for our athletes to showcase their abilities on and off the field of play. In 2006, when we hosted the first USA Games in Ames, Iowa, it was just that, setting another stage for our athletes to show their abilities on a national level. But what we quickly learned was we would never be satisfied with just another stage. Our relentless dissatisfaction for the status quo always has us searching for excellence and the next opportunity to excel on and off the field of play. Through showcasing the highest quality of sport competition, which Adam so spoke eloquently of, in world-class venues, through engaging with local and national broadcasters, through our corporate community on all sectors, shows the world that when we work together in one inclusive environment, that we're all better. The commitment to quality has been carefully stewarded throughout all of our USA Games, and I have no doubt that Cleveland will continue that pursuit of excellence. I know Cleveland is known as a world-class sporting host, all right? And certainly the passion of the committee made it stand out among a very competitive process. Numerous partnerships and world-class venues are already secured, which sets us up to really take the bar even higher. What I can tell you is this. When people ask me, why did we choose Cleveland, and they will, I promise you. I got asked that a lot when we were in Ames, Iowa, and I said, well, we'll be the only games in Ames, and we were. I think still to this day, although Iowa State's doing okay. I'll say 3 words to sum up why we chose Cleveland, and that's people, passion, and pride. And that certainly, to me, defines what we have here. It was in full display last night at the Guardians game as well. So we're excited to share the power of the Special Olympics movement with the greater Cleveland area, proving when communities are inclusive, that we all win. So over the next 5 years, you have our commitment from Special Olympics North America to work hand in hand with the Sport Commission, with Special Olympics Ohio, with our corporate sponsors, our government partners, and everybody to really put together an event that our athletes deserve and that this community expects. So thank you. I do as I'm told, and I go to my... Well, Adam,
Great job, everybody. Now the business of the afternoon. After you, Greg.
All righty. Do I have to spell it correctly?
Yes, please, and date.
Got a notary coming in next.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg, on behalf of Special Olympics North America. Appreciate it.
Bob, I have the board's permission.
Thank you, David.
Bobby, we did it.
Way to go, Adam. Thank you. Special Olympics Ohio, good stuff. Thank you all so much. All right, and thank you all again very, very much. Thank you all for being here. At this time, I would like to welcome Trina Evans to the podium. Trina is the Chief of Staff and Director of Corporate Center, KeyBank Key Corp. She's going to close us out this afternoon.
Thank you, Monty. As a 30-year KeyBank veteran, as a member of the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission Board, as a community partner for the 2030 USA Games here in Cleveland, I'm incredibly honored to share this moment with each of you. What an exciting moment it is for all of us involved, especially exciting to be here for the signing of the contract for the 2030 Games. In the spirit of exciting moments, and if you'll allow me, this year KeyBank turned 200 years old. There are only 24 companies in this entire country who have celebrated a 200th year anniversary. And so we've spent a lot of time reflecting on how we arrived at this moment, our history, our legacy, our values, and our enduring commitment to the communities we serve, alongside an enduring commitment to opportunity and access for all. As our bicentennial year draws to a close, we're turning the page on what will be a bright future for Key to the next chapter, 200 years in the making. And now I'm excited to say that next chapter includes KeyBank's $1 million commitment to support the 2030 Special Olympics USA Games. Since 2017, KeyBank has provided $280 million in philanthropy across our footprint from Maine to Alaska, $110 million of that philanthropy right here in Cleveland, because Cleveland is our hometown. We are the hometown bank. Sorry for anyone else who's here that is a banker. Supporting the games is just one way we can invest in our hometown, and we're super proud to do so. Similar to celebrating a 200-year birthday at a company, these games are a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase the extraordinary talents of participating athletes, to put our arms around their families, their friends, their allies, our visitors, the media, and to leave a legacy of inclusion, accessibility, and acceptance for the next generation. We'll need the support and partnership of everyone in this room and our entire community to make this what I know will be the best games yet. There will be opportunities large and small to get involved. As a lifelong Clevelander and a community banker who sees markets from Maine to Alaska, there is no place better than Cleveland to step up to this challenge. So I, alongside leaders in this room, my teammates from KeyBank, look forward to supporting the effort through volunteerism and philanthropy, and to build